Hey guys, it's Tommy here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another park spotlight. Today's park is called Fairyland. This was created by Mustang-glenn. Now if you remember my spotlight I did a couple of weeks ago on a park called Wonderland, this is by the same creator. And at the end of that park there's a huge water show. It was incredibly good to look at, and he has created an even better and bigger one in this park. So yeah, the description for this park says, "Welcome to Fairyland, a beautiful park that is even more beautiful than Wonderland. This park has 6 flat ride attractions, 4 coasters and a fire show. Especially visit Pirate Dreams, a cascade ride with a fairy tale story. In The Shining, a terror tower where you are almost really in the movie. And especially visit area Panthera, where you can find a big panther rock and dueling coaster. The park is also very beautiful at night, and there is also a beautiful water show, Dance of the Lake, that has 9,725 triggers." And then he does credit Boz Midget Slayer, who created the Johnny portrait for the Shining ride, I'm assuming. So yeah, the overview of this park, as you can see, it does look very nice, very colourful, lots going off. Really excited to look at the water show. You can kind of see it going off there, but I'm not going to spoil it. I do want to look at that at the end. But 9,725 triggers is a lot of work and a lot of effort to put in. So yeah, fair play for that, and I cannot wait to have a look at that. So we'll start looking at the entrance here. So yeah, really like the way that this is laid out. I like that things are slanted. I like the trees and the vines kind of coming off them here. And the clouds as well, I think looks really nice. So yeah, I do like the main entrance. I do think a lot of the guests are just arriving at the park, so it could get a little bit busier, but we will try and beat the traffic. Some nice posters and chandeliers to welcome us in. For some reason everyone's using the one gate. There's 4 gates there, they could get through quicker, but oh no, they've broken the mold, they've gone through their own gate. There we go. I'm assuming this is the fire show. So these are some like fairy tale buildings. I think when I first loaded in, a lightning strike sets off the hay bale on fire, and then this all blows up following it. But I mean, this is a really nice sort of welcome. It's a nice little show to sit and watch. Explosions, fireworks. All the guests are watching it. Look at that. They love it. They're all watching it. Yeah, really nice way to welcome the guests in there with a little show at the side. I mean, the buildings themselves look really nice as well. Like, I like the use of terrain there to make the paths to the doors. I think that looks really good. And the fencing, you got the lights there for the show. So here we are. Here's the start of the show again. Look. So the hail goes on fire, and then the fire spreads from there onto the buildings and goes across. So yeah, really nice little entrance. That I do like that. We'll have a look at this building to the left, which by the looks of it is shops and toilets and information. I like the way these are laid out with the little menus at the front. I think that looks that looks really neat and smart. And the cloud theme from the entrance is coming in. Fairyland there. The music as well sets the scene. I mean, look at that crowd coming in. That there just looks fantastic, especially with the fire show. Right, so we will go. Well, what we got here? We've got a balloon ride here. Nicely just placed in there on the grass with some hedges around. It's a very popular ride, that is. Look at the queue for that. People love that. We'll go down here. I like that there's a brick wall between that and the coaster. I like that it's not just like, it's not just kind of joined on. I like that there's like an actual separation. I think that looks quite realistic. We've got a Dodgems down here. We'll go here. Got some backstage route for the staff room. Nice bit of realism. So the Dodgems queue is quite nicely out the way there. So people can still come down here, but they would only go down to the queue for the Dodgems. And then the staff go down that way. Very nice little entrance here. We've got mermaid blowing bubbles and skull on fire. This is a nice tunnel. I like that. I love the effect there. I remember in his last park, the bridges over the water were like really nicely decorated with like wooden plants, and this is another sort of tunnel that is really does work well there. So that's what it looks like from the outside. So if you're going into like a pirate / sea area, I think this is really good. You got the pirate mascot there. I can never remember what his name is. Magic Mike 69. he's called in one of the other creators on PlayStation. So yeah, so there we got Magic Mike the pirate. We've got a nice little hammer swing. I say little, it's a big ride. Nice hammer swing there, looking over the path. The trees and the scenery around here look really good with the palm trees and the colours, etc. And then all the way around this park, we've got this fencing, which I do think actually works, because often people don't put a fence around the edge of their park, and then when you get towards like the edge of where you want to build, the park just kind of like goes off into the distance. So it's nice to have a bit of an edge to think, right, that's that is the limit of the park, because you would get that in a normal park. So we've got a pirate ship here on the edge of the water. I think that looks really nice, and this is the Cascade ride, I'm assuming, the water coaster, which I think looks really nice there with the boat there and then the ship going over the track as well. I think that looks really nice on the water there. It's a nice little feature. Let's go down here. The path's very busy coming down here, but like I say, I think guests are just coming into the park now. As you can see at the bottom, we're almost at the 4,000 limit, so it should be pretty full now. These buildings look nice with the windows and the vines on them. What else we got down here? Oh, I've got a nice little seating here. I didn't notice them. I've not seen them. Or well, I have seen them before, but I've not used them myself, and I've not seen them placed on like grass like this. That looks really clever. That is actually. They blend in quite well. A few food and drink options there, with again the water coaster interacting with it. It's always good to see a coaster interact with other elements of the park. I think that's definitely something that really does work well. So yeah, we'll go on Pirate Dreams. Go through the smoke, through this little jungle queue line. Excuse me, coming through. Whoa, this is a. You see, this is what all queue lines should be like in real life, where you go into like little rooms in the queue that tell a story, and the queue doesn't feel as repetitive or kind of long and boring. If you go to rooms like this where there's things to see, named Smokebeard. If you go into rooms like this, it just kind of keeps your attention that little bit longer, and you don't feel so just kind of stood in a cattle pen the whole time queuing. Yeah, really do like that room. I think that looks it's a nice little setup. A big house. But he wanted more. Ooh. He was obsessed for a magical ship named the Queen Anne's Revenge. If you're worthy enough, the ship will fly. So he took his biggest ship, but he never came back. They say the ship is on an island guarded by a kraken. Can you find the island and defeat the kraken? I like that. It's a very good little story that is coming into the ride, and this whole thing as well. These star panels up here, fantastic way to make you feel like you're indoors or make you feel like you're somewhere else on the game. Just putting them on the roof there has such a nice effect. So yeah, if you are looking at doing something like that, recommend putting these panels up there. But yeah, this is Pirate Dreams. There's the stats if you're interested. But I think this ride is looking more at the story as opposed to. I'm just going to pause it there just so we don't miss it. looking at the story, as opposed to getting the highest ratings. And water coasters are very difficult to get ratings on anyway, because you end up going really fast and then really slow in the water. So we will hop on to Pirate Dreams. I think this is the one we want, and off we go. And there we go. I think that's the end of Pirate Dreams. What a great little ride that is. That's like a mixture of like a dark ride and a coaster. The story through all here was brilliant. All of this room, the trees, the scenery, the signs. Like you really are told a story as you go through. And then as you get through, so you go up here. And then this bit really takes you up pretty quickly up to the drop. So I do like how quick you go up that bit, because you don't lose any sort of speed or excitement. And then when you come down here, you've got the Queen Anne's Revenge in here. Yeah, the whole theme is done so well there, and you can just see enough to make it exciting, and the rest of it is hidden. You know, because from looking at there, that just looks like normal sort of buildings where you'd have like shops and stuff, but it's like when you're down at guest level, it's like the facade of a big warehouse building, and that's what I love about that. I think that's a fantastic ride, and it's very hard to get, and it's even got realism stairs here going up to the top if anyone ever needed to get in there. So yeah, it's really hard to get a water coaster theme right, to get the speed right, to get the water right, and I mean that's probably one of the best water coasters I've seen. Because like I say, you don't want to spend too long in the water, but down there it was right to be in the water then, because obviously you felt the boat, and then you like fought the Kraken here. But then also obviously you want about a flying ship as well, and that's obviously this part of the ride. Yeah, absolutely love that. Really do rate that. So from there, yeah, we'll go through this tunnel. Nice little bridge. Look, I mean, all the varied different trees here, all the different sizes and stuff. It makes a big difference to have the variety there. What's down here? The mechanic's just come from down here. Where's he come from? Is this the exit? Yeah, it is. My bad. I probably should have come out the exit off the ride. Yeah, really does make a difference as to how good that looks there. And then down here we have the Rocktopus. Fantastic little flat ride. This just doesn't need much theming. Pirate statue, a few trees. That's all it needs really to to sort of stand in there and do its job. It's just on the corner of the map there. And then we have Typhoon. I love the signage on top of the vertical loop there. I think that looks really good. Has he made these out of custom shapes? Oval. Yeah, so he's made these out of custom shapes. So I think it looks really good as well. The vertical loop as well, and you've got Typhoon there, and you can see the effects around the Kraken here. So it kind of all blends into one giant theme, which I think looks really, really nice. So yeah, can't wait to have a go on this one. I do like how it's all fenced in as well. It's all kind of, rather than having the track like other coasters where they kind of go over a long area and they're interacting with other things, it's also nice to have coasters that are kind of kept in a bit of a rectangular grid, if you know what I mean. So it's just kind of kept to itself there. It's all self-contained. Station building's very interesting. I've not seen a design like that before, with these sort of, well, they're just squares, aren't they? They're just sort of like beams hanging off, and then you got the corrugated metal roof. That looks really really unique. So yeah, we will go on Typhoon. And before they go, we'll pause it. Green across the board, so I'm looking forward to this. G-force laterally is a little bit high, but again, it doesn't make a difference to the guests, so it shouldn't really make a difference to us. Yeah, this is Typhoon. Really nice, like self-contained coaster. That, but I can see why it's called Typhoon. There's a lot of sort of helixes and spirals and etc. going off. And then you got the vertical loop. I'm just interested to see where it thinks the G-force is a little bit high. Let's go on previous run data. So you see, it's coming out at 5, but there's nothing drastic there. So there's a bit on this top corner there. There's a bit on that corner. Maybe because that's not banked, possibly. It might just be the the speed off the launch to go into some of these inversions. But like I say, I do think the layout is brilliant on that. And as I say, for the game, it's green stats across the board. The guests are going to love it, hence why it's got a full queue. So yeah, absolutely decent looking coaster. We'll just flick to this at night time just to see what this area looks like. Oh, that looks class. The blue light in there looks brilliant. You can see there. Let's just have a look at the whole park while we're here. All the different colours of the different sections there look brilliant. That you can quite clearly see every individual area. So you've got the green lighting over there, you've got the sort of red and yellow here, blue, gold, and then you've got the signage there in the middle for the water show that we'll look at later. But yeah, that looks brilliant at night, I think. And he's got the lighting for that coaster spot on there. So we will go into area Panthera. Now, one of the main things that he mentions, we'll stay in nighttime for a bit. Main thing he mentions is this Panther. Now this is done out of terrain. This is done out of terraforming on the using the terrain tool, and that is a brilliant build. That really is a brilliant build. And what's he got in here as the teeth? Oh, stalagmite. So he's got that in. That honestly to me that's a brilliant way of making your own piece of scenery just out of using the land. It would have taken a lot of time to sort of lower and raise different bits of the ground, but I mean that, especially lit up as well, looks fantastic. Just to show you what it looks like in the daytime there as well, just blending in. I also like the fact that his paw is sat on top of these shops. I think that looks really nice. But as I say, we'll do this area Panthera at night time. I'm ignoring the water show. I'm going to come back to that at the end of the park. So I'm trying to just ignore the music that I can hear in the background. This guy's really happy to be working at Looney Balloons. Panthera pardus. All the shopkeepers are wearing all black there. Got a staff room. And that's the exit to Typhoon. It's nice that the exit brings you into the new area, I think. Black Panther versus the Leopard. Memory of the bear of area Panthera. Rip, dear bear that had to be a panther. So Black Panther versus the Leopard. Now, I'm assuming there's a queue each side. Now, I'm not going to ride both because if they're dueling coasters, it's going to be a similar track. But I am going to ride on. I think I'm going to go Panther, and purely because I am an ice hockey fan and I follow the Panthers, and that is purely it. That's the only reason. So I'm going to go Black Panther. There's the stats, almost green across the board, and there's the results if you are interested. While I'm here, I'm just going to look at the other one, just see what the results of this one are. So the excitement is actually even more on the Leopard. Oh, what's it? Is this a wing coaster? It is. Wow, this will be an interesting coaster to ride. Right. Well, we will hop on, and we'll see what the Panther is like. Let's just speed this up so people can hop in. Here we are, and off we go. This is Black Panther. Well, I think Black Panther won that. I'll tell you what is impressive about that is the fact that they're wing coasters as well. If you've ever tried to build a wing coaster in this game, you will know how difficult they are to balance, to get the speed right, to get the twists and the turns right, making sure it's not too fast, not too slow. So yeah, really impressive to be able to get that right. But not only that, do it twice for 2 dueling coasters to get the effect like that. I think that's fantastic. To be able to do that, that is that is no easy task to do that. I've had difficulty building 1 wing coaster, never mind 2 running alongside each other. But yeah, dueling coasters are always good fun. So yeah, really do like that. So as I say, if you want to come and check this out, I will leave the park in the description below if you do want to come and ride Leopard as well. But yeah, that's the 2 coasters, and that's them in the daytime. I do think over here nighttime maybe looks better, just because underneath the coaster here there's a couple of trees, but that's about it. So maybe nighttime I think looks a bit better with the lighting. So yeah, I would advise coming to this bit at night personally. Yeah, we'll go back out here. Very nice little plaza around this section as well. Nice bits of planting and benches. And we'll go down here. Area Panthera. It's nice as well. I didn't realise when I was on it. It's quite nice again having coasters that sort of interact with the path. So the whole ride is over there, but then there's a short bit that comes out over the path because it kind of gets people excited. I always think there's a nice little bridge looking out. I mean, in terms of the water show, if you think of a park, I'm thinking of like Epcot in Disney. That is on the middle of the lake, and you can see it from like most of the way around the lake. So I know he's got a water viewing section over here, which we'll come back to at the end. But it's always nice to be able to see something like that from all the way around the park, which you can here. There's so many sections you could see it on. I'm going to go back to daytime now, I think. So nice use of the hedge along the edge. Pardon the rhyme there. What have we got here? We've got a drop tower. Hyper jump right on the edge. Nice view of the park there. And the queue line just away from it. I think I've said it before it may have been in Mustang's other park or someone else's, but it's nice when the queue line is away from the main path, so people don't necessarily see it. As you can see there, the guests are hidden behind a rock, really. So I always like it when it's kind of tucked away. Right, so this is the Shining. What was it? Overlook Hotel. Wow, this does look like something. So there's all the shops for this area. Nice layout of benches and hedges here. And have we got anything here? Nope. This is just I think this is all the building for the ride, I think. So, Overlook Maze. Have we gone around a maze to go on the ride? Well, these guys have found the way. Put around here. Oh, went too far. I'm getting lost myself now. There we go. Through here. This is some queue line. This takes some planning. Oh my god. This looks fantastic. The queue lines on here, it's similar to the Pirate Dreams one, where we had the room to look round. I mean, to put all this in for a queue line that the guests aren't going to sort of use. No one's going to use these stairs. No one's going to sit down on them chairs or whatever. But this just looks fantastic. It really does set the scene for the ride. And I'm assuming like this doesn't go anywhere up here. No. But this is exactly what you would get in one of the top theme parks, is theming like this, taking you through the building. What have we got down here? We've got some photos. It's a Horror Heights ride. Okay, right. Oh, the mechanics just fixed it, I believe. See if we can hop on it. So this is The Shining. So we will have a look at The Shining. Best seat 1 to 3. I'm going to go 3. See what that's like. This guy wants to let us go now that the mechanic's there. Does that mean we can go? Is he going to let us go? Oh, no. I think they were stuck in on the restraints. Right, come on then. Come on. Fast forward all these people to get on. There we go. Everyone's on. Everyone's locked in. So this is The Shining. Oh, how good was that? I love that. That's let's just find a way out that exit and then we'll have another look at it. And this is the exit path out the building. All the way around here. Oh, I'm lost now. Oh well, I'll just go out the building. More realism on the stairs on the outside. Some of the scenes in here were fantastic. So here's let's just go in and try and find something. So first of all, so this is what Bob's Midget Slayer created. Here's Johnny. I think that looks fantastic, and using the effect of the sequencer was really good. I think that made the ride even better. But some of these scenes down here were good. This one, I mean, what are these zombies? Yeah, they are. The zombies, aren't they? Having them there looked really creepy as well for the film. What other scenes were there? The little pigs let me in. I just think the whole thing was. There's his axe going through the door. I just think the whole thing is he's got the scenes just right. They are very hard to time, as I'm discovering on my own parks. The Horror Heights things are very hard to sequence. So yeah, really do like that, and think that is a really nice drop tower ride. But the whole thing, the ride is pretty much just this white bit here. But the fact that he spent the time to build all of this, all of the maze for the queue line here, and then this entire building setup in here, just for the queue line, it just makes the park look so much better and so much more realistic, because this is exactly what you would see for a movie-based ride. So yeah, absolutely love that. So let's go. We need to go to this wooden coaster now, I think. Which, that is the exit, so I don't want to go there. Power of nature. Go through here. Lots of rocks and trees. Wow, this looks good. Oh, I love that. A little waterfall inside here. Again, he's really, really using these like scenes in the queue line just to make it less repetitive and boring, and I love it. That's exactly what you want. And the plants in this room as well. I mean, you can see why it's called the power of nature. I mean, look at that. Look at the green around there. Look at the planting and the wood and the ropes, the water. That all just looks fantastic. And obviously it's a wooden coaster as well, so it's you know, it's supposed to be natural wood. There's the stats if you're interested, and the rest of the results. But yeah, I think we just need to wait for, and this is the train coming in. Well, she looks bored on the front of there, doesn't she? Yeah, we'll hop on this one and take a ride on the power of nature. Just speed things up. Get everyone else on. Nope. And then we will hop on ourselves. I think that's the end of the ride there because we've stopped at the block brakes. But really like that. And I tell you the thing that bugs me is that to me should be the excitement should be so much higher than that for that sort of coaster. A wooden coaster you want to be like sort of rough on the corners and sharp, and you know, if you think of something in the UK anyway, you think of something like the Wicker Man or one of the wooden coaster at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. You know, it's a rough and ready coaster, and you want sharp bends, which is what you've got here. You know, this really would sort of lean you from one side to the other, but just because there's only one sort of major drop, it gives the coaster rating, you know, an excitement rating of 4.5. And yeah, I do think the ratings on the game need to be looked at a little bit, because that to me is a nice little wooden coaster. The track isn't massive, but it packs in everything you want out of a wooden coaster, to me anyway. So, but no, yeah, I love that, and I mean, the station building, the queue line, and the building in here. I mean, just look at that; it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? I can't get over how good that looks. I love the wood and the plants together. It's just a really nice design there. So, I believe that is pretty much the park. So, we will go over to the viewing platform for Dance of the Lake. Now, remember there is 9,000 triggers on this. He did suggest to me that 10 AM was the best time to view it, so we'll go set it to 9:55, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it starts fairly soon, and I'm not just sat here waiting like an idiot. No one else is coming down here. Show times 10, 4, 20. Show details 2 minutes long. There you go. 9,729 by Mustang-glenn. So it's 9. You can see in the bottom corner. Look, it's almost 10 AM. Here we go, the music's starting. that is honestly incredible. How, I mean, I know it took him a long time to build that, but to sit there and to get the triggers right for every single one of these different animatronics, you know, honestly, if you don't use these as much, then that's absolutely fine. But do not underestimate how much time and effort that takes to put in, and how good that looks. That is honestly something you would see in an actual park. Again, you know, I'm talking about something like Epcot at Disney or something like that. You know, it's something that people would come around and come and watch and enjoy. But that's fantastic. That is, and like I say, you flick that to night time. The signage looks good. I don't think you'd see the water as much at night, so 10 a.m. is definitely the best way to do it. But yeah, that honestly just looks it just looks brilliant. That does. I can't really say much more about that. He's certainly right in terms of it's bigger. It's bigger and better than his previous one, and he's certainly become sort of a master of the water shows. That's for sure. So yeah, that is the Dance of the Lake water show, and I think other than that is this entire park. I mean, as you've seen, there's so much going off here. I really do recommend, if you want to have a look at this on the PS Workshop, have a look at the details below. Come and experience some of the stuff that is in here. You know, you've got the Shining ride, you've got the dueling coasters, the water show, you've got the water coaster / dark ride there. There's so much to come and look at. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you did enjoy that, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and I shall see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.